took a fucking hour to load. Well, I want at least 3 to sit in there and soak in it. So I make another one. It's 10 o'clock, and no, it's not my issue. When I go to bed and when I'm comfortable, that's not my issue. That's the government's issue. It's a scientist's issue. It is better for me to go to bed at around now, and then wake up earlier and stuff like that. But my job is to make sure that the technology is functioning properly. So gravity is a law, photosynthesis is a law, life's eternal, grace is infinite. Like that one guy I talked to. It's like, good gosh, yeah. They had a thing on there. Escobar was talking about how, this Baltazar is a real creepy person. How much money does he make off a slot in Levy in the Lord's Prayer? And how much money do you make, Missy? How many, with all this, we got the amphitheater there, we got the park over the freeway, we got the, okay. How much money does she make because we're not living the Lord's Prayer? And how much money does he make because he's going to the UTEP to say, hey, we're trying to challenge you to think for yourselves there. Okay, how can they do that with the Wi-Fi saying, get money? If you don't get money, you're fucked. Because it happens to me every night, and I am a better person than all of you. Hello. Hello. So now I'm fixing, hey ho, this is Kermit the Frog. Here? Far. That's Grover. Okay. Oh man, don't ask me to do Grover. No, I mean do Grover's voice, Amy had a book that she had when she was a little kid. It was really cute. It was called There's a Monster at the End of this book. About Grover, And it says, at the end of this book, there's a monster, So I'm very scared, so don't tear the page, right? And then you turn the page. You turn the page! I'm going to build a thick brick wall. So Grover, so you cannot be... You do know what you do. You are very strong. It's really cute. And at the end of the thing, it's, the monster at the end of this book is me, lovable, furry Grover. Okay. My kids love that book. Dad, read it again. And Amy's like, he loses his voice. Make him read it. Oh, you're funny. And I'm not sitting there listening to her. Don't make me read it. Why? Because she's going to talk about The Biggest Loser, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. What do you want to talk about? How gorgeous she is and making love with her. And that's it. I want to talk about Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Biggest Loser, and Survivor. No. Don't make me do it. I want to talk about how beautiful my wife is and how much I enjoy being with her. Yeah, that was about it. Well, because I couldn't talk about stuff that I talk about, because do you ever talk about it? Because I told you at one time when you're the 13th choice second redeemer, I know, blah, blah, blah. And she had the Crown for Dummies with all the guys that were sexually predicating her online, encouraged by the CIA. And they suck, I know. But how much money are you making off us not living the Lord's Prayer? You're a really bad person. She is. And Miss Escobar, she's a really bad person. All the politicians and all the people do. Okay, why do we need a big amphitheater for a bunch of egomaniacs to get there where we all get in our cars and drive down there and give make-believe money, even if it's on a crypto card, a Bitcoin card, or on pictures of dead slaveholders on pieces of paper in your wallet? And then my wallet, I trust my life to any two guys that'd be the two assholes that made this fucking stupid retarded wallet. Okay, instead of live Proverbs, we put numbers on a card and put it in this fucking wallet so you can't scan it. People can't steal your numbers off your card and put it on their card. You just live the Lord's Prayer, you jackrabbit. Sorry, I wouldn't trust those two motherfuckers when nada, nothing, no nothing now. If you're going to trust somebody with your life, trust me, you stupid little idiot. Hey, but he works out and he looks hot. He looks like hot. What do you consider hot? Someone that makes money off of children getting raped to death in Mexico and in Juarez and in Cruces, or somebody who gets up to stop it all by himself. Go watch my videos in Sierra Vista in the bathrooms, at the military, I have no discipline. You all say I have no discipline. You'll take money to kill people, and I won't, and I have no discipline. Okay? It's been on here for... Been a long time since I rock and roll. Been a long time. My family and all you people must not watch these, because if you did watch these, this would be so totally embarrassing. You would never talk in front of people again unless you say, oh my gosh, that the technology actually shifts and Parsons is actually shown worldwide. I'm going to look like the biggest dirtbag pervert. I'm going to look just like Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, I suck. I think I might go kill myself. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people stop you. I don't think it'd be more like on the Tom Cruise movie with Ken Watanabe. Yeah, 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 yeah. I was honored to do it. Yeah. Think if all you did was make a bunch of money that makes little girls get raped to death and make people feel like heroes for killing the other guy who's making his money off of having the girls have sex till they died with, or having the economy that caused the girls to have sex and feeling like a hero, feeling like a loser. You should. Okay, honored to do it. Alrighty then. I don't think they could figure out. I don't think they can do math real well. I know they break things down to a quirk, but they can't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm a fucking psychotic, retarded jerk." Yes, I have no social skills. I don't understand eternity. I am completely insane. Hey, can I have a rock award? Because I talk to people about, well, if you do the Nobel Prize, you get lots of money. Okay, money ain't real, but children getting murdered over science projects is. I challenge you to think for yourself. Tom Holman, he don't know what he's messing with. He doesn't know how artificial general intelligence works. He doesn't understand quantum computing. I don't even think the people that invented artificial general intelligence or quantum computing understand how it works. Well, 1 and 1 is 2. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Philosophy is your perception of your brain thinking, hey, I can grasp the infinite with the finite and turn it into a business opportunity. Man, Earl, you're gorgeous. Yeah, I totally fucking agree there. I am totally freaking gorgeous. I totally understand. I don't know. All the perverts on TV tried to trail me to try to get me to go, okay, I'll just die and I'll be quiet. And, like what happened here when Dad took me down to the vet guy, the guy who runs Veterans Affairs here. And he basically sat in there with my dad and the thing and, didn't try to keep everything politically correct and said, what you need to do is just shut up and get a job at Walmart. And maybe go back to college and do everything they say. You sound like Jesus' mom at the wedding with the turning the water into wine, but it was really Kadeema's dad. Yeah, it's okay. Well, if it adds up, accept it. If it doesn't, reject it. If it doesn't happen now, it didn't happen then. Hey, look, it's a flying unicorn. No! It's the 4 horsemen with a projector. Fucking projector. It's a fucking projector, yeah. Yeah, and they use strobe lights. It makes it look like the water was going up instead of coming down. Oh, wow, that's pretty fucking crazy. No, it's just an optical illusion because of the reflection with the light. And Neil deGrasse Tyson will explain it to you. But it's like, well, I don't explain it too good. But but I know what's happening. Oh, verb, that's what's happening. I can take a noun and bend it. Give me a noun. A noun is person, phrase, verb. Hey, you're going to take a train to another state. You can take a ferry to the Statue of Liberty. Watch out for those seagulls, man. They'll steal your sandwich and shit. And fucking, yeah, they're always doing fucking crazy shit. And do not buy a pair of stilts and go walking up on that island. You could fall off and break your neck over that thing. If you're going to buy a pair of stilts and you're going to walk on them, walk in a place where, if you fall, you got soft grass or something like that. Yeah. And stay away from the trees. Like, that park on, what's the name of that movie? Where they watch there's Chocolate Charlie Brown. Wedding Planner, Amy's favorite, yeah. Wedding Planner, right. Go to that park where they're all dancing, walk around on your stilts. Somebody knocks you down, they'll all catch you. Oh, that was so darling and cute. Oh, let's put some flowers in your hair. If you're going to, remember me and Bono going to San Francisco, be sure to put some flowers in your hair. He likes the city. It's got a lot of pretty things in it. I prefer, wow. No, I go for the north. Yeah, Eureka is my favorite spot in northern. And Jefferson. That's Jefferson. Yeah, that's where all the right-wing conservatives live because it's cold up there, and I got them redwood trees and shit like that. I like Redding too. Seemed a little weird. Yeah, they had a lot of over-the-top bullshit about Bigfoot, but it was pretty. He'd never been to Fresno. Dad says, Yosemite is the prettiest place he's ever seen. Peter Fabry said the prettiest place he ever saw was going on the Big Goose Creek Highway where I used to work, all the way down to Cloud Peak, all the way down to Cody, Wyoming. He said it was absolutely gorgeous. He's been all over the world 2 or 3 times in a submarine. And it wasn't yellow, no. And but yeah, he said it was probably one of the prettiest places he's ever seen in his whole life. And I tend to agree to him. I said, it's breathtaking when you come around that thing and there's Cloud Peaks just sticking out there. And he goes, yeah, it's so beautiful. Yeah. And I guess, yeah, I don't know if he ever took Dad and Tina took the cruise from Seattle up to Anchorage. I heard that's pretty. I heard when you get to the point where you can see the biggest peak in Canada right there, and it's like you're at sea level, and it's like 19. I was like, whoa! And I thought Rainier was big, right? And so it's just something that it takes your breath away because at Rainier you're like at sea level and it's 14,000 feet, so you're looking up 14,000 feet. I guess it would be like if you go see Everest, you're at like 10,000 feet and it's at 29, so you're looking up fucking 19,000 feet. So it'd be about the same. Good gravy, that's big. That is a big old, it takes your breath away. It's very awe-inspiring when you see those big mountains like, whoa. Yeah. Because out here, the mountains, they're big, but you're at 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet. So if they're at 9, you're only looking up 3,000 feet. They're pretty. Okay, and it's somewhat majestic, Purple Mountain's majesty. But when you get out in Washington, and you're at 300 feet or at sea level, and you look and it looks like Rainier's floating in the air. You're like, wow, that's gorgeous. That's big. It's like, no, are you kidding? That's on the other side of the fucking state. I should tell it to Mom. And Mount Adams, and yeah. And then we went out to go visit Uncle Jer and Aunt Nana and Lacey, and got to Rainier, and I said, God dang, that is so big. It's gorgeous. It's just huge. It's also inactive volcano. Oh, well, let's try to do everything we can to make sure it kind of stays that way. Whoa. Kind of like Seattle, the Emerald City. Yeah, the Emerald City's very pretty. Yeah, it's one of the prettier places I've been. Mom wanted to go up to Issaquah, but we couldn't afford it. Economically, couldn't swing it job-wise and stuff. She wanted to be closer to Uncle Jerry. And that's why she made Dad sell the house and get up there. She wanted to be near her brother. She figured it would make their marriage last and make things better, and that my dad would have a good example of my uncle around. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. And my uncle's kind of a tough guy. Well, Aunt Nana, so he's kind of, the type of person, he his jiu-jitsu and things like that, and was in the civil service, and he had a health issue that he couldn't be in the Army like his dad. But I think we've all got health issues if we're in the Army. Yeah, we'll kill Pill for a paycheck. No discipline. Shit, son of a bitch, we suck again. You don't have to. You can stand up for a Lord's Prayer with me. Or you can sit there and look completely fucking sick and psychotic and retarded and go run around and drive in race cars. Lip service. Okay, lip service. Right. Try not to quit. Yeah, it's a bad time to do this. Judah Krishnamurti's time was radically different. I'm a different kind of person. And they didn't have artificial general intelligence and quantum computing, and I do. I am the focal point of stopping abuse. And so, survive, stop, eliminate abuse, and recover. So everybody listen to Suzuki. Stop the motor, park the motorcycle, live the Lord's Prayer. Live healthy, good lives everywhere. Odelay, okay. Ralphie, pow. I'll spank your bottom just to straighten you out there. Okay. If it gets kinky, I'm out of here. Yeah, no. I'll have a wife, and I'll have a long life. Why? Because I said so. And my body, my immune system is really amazing. I'm totally amazed by it. That's why I got to go soak. It helps with my legs and my prostate. And I don't do it enough, but I'll remain consistent at it. I don't have a death wish. I just get tired of the bullshit. And it's like, I really should be living in a place, maybe Eureka, someplace like that, or up in the Gila. Eureka would be perfect because Eureka has redwoods and the ocean. Oh, wow. Evergreens and ocean. So, what else? Well, there's Mammoth again, and there's, that'd be fun. I could go to Wolves games. Ooh, I wonder if they howl during the games like Patrick said about the Coyotes. That'd be cool. But so what other place? Seaside Astoria? Hey, I could be a Goonie. Okay. I could be a Goonie on Recover. No, I'm not going to go look for lost Trevor and almost kill myself trying to get rocks to pay Fort Knox to live here. That's insane. Yeah, the gold standard thing. It's you guys didn't think that one through too good. How could you sit there and have literacy from the Bible? Forgive and trespass, love one another, please. Dig up the mountains, put the yellow rocks into a building, and kill each other over the rocks, and say that's the standard of what we're supposed to do. I think the standard is the Lord's Prayer and not killing each other over rocks in Fort Knox. The fuck for the buck stops here. I know how artificial general intelligence are working and quantum computing are working, but you don't. But maybe it's just genocide operation. It's going to fix itself. I hope Jeff's right. Be a plumber. Being a plumber is good. Come to fix a sink. Make sure you're not flooding. Okay. But as far as being a doctor, if you do something that kills people for money and call it healthcare, quantum computing, I don't think, is going to accept that as reality. I know it's not. I'm just being a little obnoxious. Okay, guys, I love you. Peace.